We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
The way people shop has changed forever. In today's business, success is measured in clicks, likes, and shares. Video gives you a competitive edge in your social media marketing. Don't get scrolled by. Get clicks, get likes, get shares. Now that sounds like videos.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you. We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
The way people shop has changed forever. In today's business, success is measured in clicks, likes, and shares. Video gives you a competitive edge in your social media marketing. Don't get scrolled by. Get clicks, get likes, get shares. Now that sounds like videos.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Now starting for your Lakeland Vikings, junior number 5, Stella Cordray. Junior number 10, Shelby Gordon-Schneider. Sophomore number 14, Medina Williams. Sophomore number 23, Paige Thompson. Sophomore number 25, Brett Frost. The Lady Vikings are coached by Chris Engelhardt and assisted by Jessica Bellinger.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lakeland High School, where the Lakeland Vikings are hosting the Wablo Tigers tonight in basketball action. The girls just about ready to kick it off here tonight at midcourt. And we want to say thanks to everybody for joining us tonight. We're glad to have you along, and it's going to be a good game. And the press for the Vikings will pay off tonight as they are able to hold Wablo and take back the ball. Good rebounding by Wablo that time as they try to keep possession of the ball. That will send number 21, Haley Dreyer, to the line for Wablo. And the call of traveling there before the ball is shot. That will turn it over for the Vikings. Off the foot of Wablo, so the ball will stay in Lakeland's possession. And with that shot, Wablo will take a 2-point lead here in the first quarter, 4-2. First one is good for McKenna Wilkins. Now she'll line up for shot number 2. And it's good also. Tie now 4-4, Lakeland and Wablo here in the first quarter. Jump ball this time will go to Lakeland. Foul on the floor this time. I believe that was number 24. That would be Katie Jennings. So Lakeland brings the ball in under their own basket. Shot is up and no good, and Wablo with the rebound. Quickly down the court. Again, up by Katie Jennings, in and good for two. Shot by number 23, bounces out. And number 14 for Wablo. Shot will roll around the rim and out of the basket. Shelby Bergschneider from the baseline. That shot will bounce out. And with that two for Wablo, they will increase their lead 8-4 here in the first quarter. A foul there by number 25, Brett Frost. And Jenna Daggett putting in another two for Wablo. Nice pass there from Bergschneider to Brett Frost to score two for the Lady Vikings. Quick steal, that's number 22, Nevea Echevarria. So after the back-to-back turnovers, Wablo with possession. Inbounds to full court pressure from the Vikings. A lot of back and forth between these two teams, moving up and down the floor rapidly. It's going to be a dribbling infraction by Lakeland. Turn the ball over to Wablo. And that 2 points to Jenna Daggett for Wablo. That foul against McKenna Wilkins. Shelby Bergschneider with the rebound. Foul is called on the floor. I think that was number 22, Grace Hotstetler. That will be Shelby Bergschneider with the push from behind. That will be her second foul tonight. This is still first quarter of play, 1:10 left. 6-12 our score, the Vikings trailing behind the Tigers. Ball picked off by Katie Jennings. And Wablo will capitalize and put 2 more on the board. The travel called at the top of the key. Lady Vikings, Brett Frost on the line. The first one will bounce out. And she will line up for shot number 2. Rebounded by Wablo. And the travel call. So the ball comes back to the Vikings into their own basket. Out to Stella Cordray, who lines up for the 3, and it bounces out. And no shot as we wind down to the end of the first quarter. 16-6, the Wabalo Lady Tigers leading over the Lakeland Lady Vikings here tonight. Out to an early lead in this ball game, and it seems that maybe the Vikings have a little problem with their accuracy early on tonight. I think with a few more landed baskets, our score would be a lot closer than it is right now. Sometimes it's tough to get off to a good start, and maybe once the girls get warmed up here, they'll be able to close that gap and work back to a closer score, maybe a successful ball game. And Wablo opens up the second quarter with a quick 2. And the rebound for Brett Frost, back up for 2 for the Vikings. And immediately Wablo facing that full court pressure again. Finds the open man downfield and unable to land the basket. Lakeland taking the rebound. And the offensive foul on that play. And I believe that was Jenna Daggett on that foul. Full court pressure from Wablo yields the steal now. Lakeland on the rebound. Drawing the foul again from Wablo. This time number 21, Haley Dreyer. That will be her second foul of the night. That will send Brett Frost to the line for the Lady Vikings now. Foul on number 4, Jalen Rogers. That will be her second of the night. And the first one is good for Lakeland, as they are now in bonus here in the ballgame. Shot number 2 also good. So that will bring our score 10-18. The Lady Vikings trailing behind the Lady Tigers from Wablo. That foul under the basket by Nevaeh Echevarria will send Grace Hotstetler to the line for Wablo. First one is up and good for her. Second one a little short as Wablo gets the rebound. Quick up from number 24, Katie Jennings. We'll put 2 more on the board for Wablo. Just under 6 minutes left to play here in the first half of the ball game. Currently, both of these teams in bonus. It's been a pretty aggressive game. A lot of back and forth here. And 2 more on the board from Lakeland. I believe that was McKenna Wilkins with that basket. 12-21, the Lady Vikings still trailing behind the Wablo Lady Tigers. And Jenna Daggett adds 2 for Wablo. On the rebound, McKenna Wilkins, and that will add 2 more for Lakeland with the quick bank shot. So Lakeland will take over possession. Start down the court as Wabalo will fall back on defense now. Nice fight by Paige Thompson on the rebound. And now Thompson lines up for the 3 and will be called for the travel ahead of the shot. Just about 4 minutes left in the first half of play here. 14-23, the Lady Vikings trailing behind the Lady Tigers. Nice pick by number 22, Grace Haas-Stetler. Turnover, though, will go to Lakeland. Stella Cordray on the rebound and will draw the foul and line up for 2. Second foul on Katie Jennings of Wabalo. First one is good. Second shot from Cordray will bounce out, and Wabalo takes the rebound. Foul on the floor before the shot. Brett Frost now on the line for the Lady Vikings. Jaden Lauer on the foul. First one is good. And the second one also will fall. 17-23 our score now, as the Lady Vikings have managed to close the gap a bit here in the first half of play. Quick grab from McKenna Wilkins down the floor, and she will put one up. And quick thinking, Brett Frost on her feet there manages to get the ball out of bounds against Wabalo, and Lakeland will retain possession under their own basket. Wabalo grabbing the ball down the court on their own. Ball will stay in Wabalo's possession. Jenna Daggett driving to the middle. Bounces off the rim, and Lakeland takes the rebound. Schneider's shot bounces out. Woblo takes the rebound. Now Jenna Daggett with the shot. Bounces out, and Lakeland takes the rebound. Quick passes, knocked out of bounds by Woblo. Lakeland ball on the near baseline. Call will be against Brett Frost. And looks like Jaylee Daggett on the line for Woblo. Bounces free, and Woblo takes the rebound. Back up by Jenna Daggett. That will put 2 on the board for Woblo. Just about a minute left to play here in the first half of the ball game. And that pass will go a little bit out of reach past Bergschneider and into the bench of Woblo. We'll see if they can put a few more on the board here. Turnover to Lakeland. And they will hand it right back to Woblo as they fumble the inbound play. Take it to the other end and line up as the call goes against Woblo. Number 4, Jalen Rogers. Brett Frost again on the line for Lakeland. First one is good. And the second one looks good as well. Clock rolling at about 27 seconds left to play here in the half. The Vikings trying to move down court and find an open man. And the ball will go out of bounds. Woblo possession now, as they have about 13 seconds to find an opening here. Blocked shot by the Vikings will take us to the end of the first half, where we are currently at 19-25, the Wabalo Lady Tigers leading over the Lakeland Lady Vikings here in Lakeland tonight. And a nice game so far. The girls have played a very aggressive game, as we're seeing a lot of fouls. Both teams well into the bonus in the first half. So it'll be interesting to watch as they come back out after halftime here and change up strategies a little bit to see what kind of adjustments each team will make. We want to say thanks very much for joining us. This is Stacy Hinkle with Sounds Like Videos here tonight at Lakeland Broadcasting, and joined, of course, with Colby Gregory on the cameras tonight. And we're glad to have him here and appreciate you all joining us. And we are excited about an upcoming season of basketball. Looking forward to bringing you as many of the Lakeland games as we can this year as we face a season that's a little uncertain, as we have a schedule that will expectedly be constantly changing and updating given the various weather and health concerns that come along throughout the year. And with that being said, we want to say thank you to the sponsors that have come on board to make that possible, to help us bring you the live stream and be here to put the game on Facebook and YouTube, and make sure that all the fans out there that can't come into the gym are able to watch and enjoy the games with us. So that being said, we want to take you to a few of our sponsors and give them some recognition and say thanks to them for coming on board.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
The way people shop has changed forever. In today's business, success is measured in clicks, likes, and shares. Video gives you a competitive edge in your social media marketing. Don't get scrolled by. Get clicks, get likes, get shares. Now that sounds like videos.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you. We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
The way people shop has changed forever. In today's business, success is measured in clicks, likes, and shares. Video gives you a competitive edge in your social media marketing. Don't get scrolled by. Get clicks, get likes, get shares. Now that sounds like videos.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you. We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Welcome back to Lakeland Varsity Girls Basketball. where the Lakeland Vikings are hosting the Wablo Tigers tonight. And we are just now kicking off second half of play here for the varsity girls. An aggressive game early on as both teams into the bonus early on in the first half. Tigers number 2, Selena Lambeth, driving the lane. And the shot will bounce out and Lakeland takes the rebound. Turnover on Lakeland. We'll give the ball back to Wablo. And that looked like Katie Jennings putting 2 on the board for Wablo. Pass underneath by Bergschneider to Frost. And Bergschneider will clear it out as she fights for the rebound. A nice wing shot by Brett Frost for the Vikings. Bergschneider on the rebound, and she will drive the basket. Shot is no good, and we'll get a jump ball call. Looks like possession will belong to Wablo this time. And the shot is good as number 14, Jenna Daggett, drives the lane and draws the foul. And that shot is good, bringing our score 30-21. The Lady Tigers leading. And this time on the shot for the Vikings, Paige Thompson. And she will draw the foul and go to the line. First one is good for Paige Thompson, and she'll line up for the second shot. That one bounces out, and Wablo takes the rebound. Tripped up on the rebound is number 22, Grace Hostetler. She's not able to keep her feet. And we'll take the turnover call. Wablo able to get a hand in between the pass and knock it out of bounds. Viking ball underneath their own goal. And that foul called on number 22, Grace Hostetler. That will be her third of the night. McKenna Wilkins up with the shot, and it is no good. The out of bounds will be on the Vikings, and Wablo will take possession. Wilkins with the rebound will drive the basket. And the layup's good for two. Vikings trail by 6 now. We are in the third quarter of play. And it looks like 4 minutes and 23 on the clock as we will get the traveling call on Wablo, and Lakeland will take possession now. It looks like Wablo coming out with some full court pressure now. And tripped up at the line. Wilkins will be called for a backcourt violation. Quick pass to Paige Thompson underneath for the Vikings. And that will put 2 more on the board. Actually, I think that was Brett Frost underneath. Sorry about that. Haley Dreyer, twice in a row from the baseline. Neither of them will fall. And Lakeland comes up with the rebound. Will swing around. And that will be a 3 for Paige Thompson. So Lakeland has closed the gap now. They are trailing by 1 here. Third quarter of the ball game, 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to play. And looks like we're going to take a little timeout here, so we will take you to a quick ad from...
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
So after the halftime, Lakeland coming out playing a completely different game here in the second half. They have closed the gap to 1 and are clearly playing a different ball game this half. The Wablo girls more consistent in their play. perhaps with the lead they had, felt like they didn't need to change anything up and felt confident in the ball game and the plan they had. Traveling called at the top of the key on Paige Thompson. And Wablo will take possession. That foul will come in against number 14, McKenna Wilkins. Her second of the night. And a nice pick there from Wablo. Opens up Sutton Mitchell for two. Nice hustle on the part of Celicord Ray there to chase that ball down. And it yields two for her team. 32-31 our score here. The Vikings still playing with Wabalo the second half. And that was from Haley Dreyer. Puts a three away for her team. And another two as Shelby Bergschneider drives the lane. And the foul on the floor before the shot. That will be the third foul on Brett Frost. Looks like about 1:05 left to play here in the third quarter. And the Lakeland girls able to get in between some passes there, come up with a steal. And McKenna Wilkins can't slow down fast enough and draws the traveling call. Wabalo looking to run their offense here. Find an opening. And that pass just over the head of Katie Jennings. And another traveling call against Lakeland. Nevaeh Akavaria. Now the traveling call on Jenna Daggett. That will turn the ball back over to Wablo, to Lakeland. 15 seconds left on the clock. That ball will stay with Lakeland under their own basket. Long pass to the top of the key. Looking for an opening. And Shelby Bergschneider with the last second shot, and it is no good. So at the end of 3 quarters here tonight at Lakeland, we are 35-33. The Wabalo Lady Tigers leading over the Lakeland Lady Vikings tonight. And definitely a much wider point margin in the first half of the game here tonight. So whatever changes the Lady Vikings made in the locker room seem to be paying off for them here. Definitely not as many fouls this time around either. The girls are playing a cleaner second half than they did in the first half. And it seems like that's paying off for the Lady Vikings here tonight. Lakeland with possession to start the 4th quarter. McKenna Wilkins' shot is a little off, and Wablo takes the rebound. Give the wide open shot to Selena Lambeth, who puts it away for 2. And the full court pressure from Wablo will force the steal. And the down court pass broken up by McKenna Wilkins. Jenna Daggett with the baseline shot for Wablo. And this time Wablo getting a hand on the pass. They will force the turnover and take possession of the ball back. And Shelby Bergschneider stepping in to take that one away. Down the floor and puts it away for 2. Paige Thompson with the steal for Lakeland. The 3 attempt from Stella Cordray is no good. Wablo comes up with the rebound. Forces an opening to Katie Jennings, where she puts in a quick 2. Like we're going to get a timeout call from the Lakeland bench. So we'll take you back to our timeouts.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us tonight at Lakeland High School. The Lakeland Lady Vikings are hosting the Wablo Lady Tigers tonight in varsity basketball action. And these two teams definitely playing a hard-fought game tonight. It was a pretty physical game in the first half. A lot of fouls. Both teams into the bonus early on. But the second half has been a lot cleaner and much faster moving game. 35-41 current score. The Wablo Lady Tigers leading here today. And they came out to an early lead and have held on to it most of the evening here. The point spread in the first half definitely larger than in the second half. The Vikings closing the distance a little bit here in the second half of play. And a nice steal there for Haley Dreyer. Basket is no good, and Paige Thompson on the rebound for Lakeland. Bergschneider dribbles in and puts in a quick jumper. And that foul will be on the floor as the number 14 of McKenna Williams faces off against the number 14 of Jenna Daggett. And this time Daggett will come out the winner. Shot up by number 22, Grace Hostetler, is good. That foul will go against number 14, McKenna Wilkins. That will be her fourth of the night. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm turned around. That's number 11, Sutton Mitchell. And that is her third. That does put in bonus on the board for Lakeland, but the shot was short and out of bounds, so Wablo taking possession. And number 14, Jenna Daggett, taking a hit to the face there under the basket. Foul call there on Shelby Bergschneider. That is her third of the night. Jenna Daggett now on the line for Wabalo. That will be the fourth foul on Brett Frost. just under 4 minutes left to play here in the ball game. The Vikings are trailing 37-46. Bert Schneider fakes the shot, dribbles around, and puts in 2. Daggett's shot is no good, and Brett Frost on the rebound for Lakeland. And that is the 3 for Nevaeh Echevarria. 42-46. The score now, as number 14, Jenna Daggett, comes back and answers with 2 for Wablo. And we will get another timeout here in the ball game, so we will go back to our timeout sponsor.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Welcome back, where the Lakeland Lady Vikings are hosting the Wablo Lady Tigers here tonight in varsity action. 42-48 is the score currently. The Vikings trailing. About 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to play here in the ball game. And the Vikings will turn it over to the Lady Tigers. So that foul in the midst of the turnover, that will put number 23, Paige Thompson, on the line for the Vikings. First one will bounce in. Foul that time was Grace Hostetler, number 22. That will be her 4th of the night. And both of those good for the Vikings. 44-48 now our score. The Vikings trailing by 4. As just a little over 2 minutes left to play here in the ball game. And the Vikings get the Lady Tigers pinned up against the baseline, force them out of bounds. So Lakeland will take over. Now we see a little pressure. And it pays off for the Wablo Lady Tigers as they force a backcourt violation on the Lady Vikings. Wablo putting up shots. The rebound and the backup shot from number 24, Katie Jennings, on the low post will yield to. Bergschneider on the post, just doesn't see the shot. And the pass is stolen away by the Wablo Lady Tigers, who bring it down and decide to pull it out and set up their offense. Jenna Daggett on the quick jump. Foul on the rebound will send Shelby Bergschneider to the line for Lakeland. That is the 5th foul on Grace Hostetler, as she will take a seat on the bench for Wablo. And the first one off a little to the right will bounce out. Second shot's a little short. Lakeland in on the rebound. McKenna Wilkins. A foul on that play will now send Wilkins to the line for the Lady Vikings. And the first one is good. Second one is up and good. Trailing by 4 now, the Lady Vikings trying to close the distance as the Wablo Lady Tigers have held the lead most of the night. And the pressure able to force the turnover there on the double dribble, so Lakeland will take back possession of the ball. 1:05 left to play here in the ball game. 46-50 our score. From the top of the key, number 22, Nevaeh Echevarria, and the ball bounces out. The inside pass to Shelby Bergschneider puts 2 on the board for Lakeland. And now with 35 seconds on the clock, they will try to hold the Wablo Lady Tigers. Shot is no good. Lakeland manages to grab the rebound and are tripped up under the basket. Foul will send Shelby Bergschneider to the line for Lakeland. Trailing by 2 here, Lakeland could really use these 2. 25.9 seconds left on the time clock here in this game. And as Katie Jennings will take a seat, as that is her 5th foul, we see number 12, Jaylee Daggett, come into the game for Wablo. And that shot by Bergschneider goes wide. And she knew it. As soon as it left her fingers, you could see she didn't feel good about it. Shot number 2 does go in. So the Ladies Vikings trailing by 1 here as Wablo takes the ball down the court. And they will try to hold the ball. And the shot no good as the foul comes in at the last minute. 11.1 seconds left on the clock here. And that will send Haley Dreyer to the line. First one bounces out. Second shot is also no good. And Wablo keeps the ball in play. Lakeland grabs it and down the court as there is no shot from Shelby Bergschneider. She is fouled on the floor ahead of the shot, and that will send her to the line again for the Vikings. A chance here to tie it up with this shot And coach is going to take a timeout and talk it over for a minute.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Welcome back to Lakeland High School, where the Lakeland Lady Vikings are hosting the Wabalo Lady Tigers in varsity basketball action tonight. The girls leading off here tonight with 3.8 seconds on the clock. We are at a 1-point game. 49-50 our score here. Shelby Bergschneider on the line for Lakeland with the chance to tie up the ball game here. And as the ball bounces out, we will get a quick foul by McKenna Wilkins. That will send number 12, Jaylee Daggett, to the line for Wabalo. And that will be the 5th foul on Wilkins as she takes a seat. First shot is up and no good. And Paige Thompson on the lob at the end of the game, not able to get it done. So as we close out this one and put it in the books, we will call the final score 49-50. The Wabalo Lady Tigers taking the game by 1 point over the Lakeland Lady Vikings. And what a good performance here as the girls faced off to play tonight. Started out with a very physical, aggressive game, and both teams playing hard. Lots of fouls early on, and at halftime, something changed with the strategies here, and Lakeland able to come out and play an entirely different game in the second half, close the distance that they were facing at halftime, and definitely put one in the record books here as a great comeback attempt, as they closed a deficit of about 15 at halftime to come within 1 point at the end of the ball game, and definitely a lot of chances there back and forth to close that gap, and so good effort on their part to work toward trying to change the tides of the ball game. But you got to give a lot of kudos to the Wabalo girls here tonight. They came in and they have played a very consistent ball game, and done a really good job of playing consistently from start to finish. And I'm not exactly sure why we're getting the jump off again. I thought we had a 1-point ball game. Maybe we're going to play a little bit of JV. That could be. They didn't make that very clear, but as I'm looking, the lineups are very different here on the floor. So it looks like our girls are going to play at least a little bit of JV ball tonight. Normally I would cut the feed between games, but I wasn't aware that they were going to play any JV games. So we will stay live here right now and let the feed run so that we can catch the JV girls as well. Traveling turnover there by Lakeland. Will give the ball to Wablo. Madison Whitworth scoring the first point for Lakeland on the free throw. And the second one will be no good with the line violation. Traveling on Lakeland. That will turn the ball over to Wablo. At 2 for Wablo, I think that's Jaden Lauer. And the steal, number 3, Taylor Ashlock. Foul on the shot will send her to the line. First one is good. Lakeland on the rebound. Shot is after the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter of play, the score is 6-1. Wablo leading over Lakeland right now. JV girls facing off tonight for a few quarters. Your batteries. right, so after those 2 quarters of JV play tonight, that'll bring the girls' games this evening to a close, and we want to say thanks very much to everybody who joined us to watch the game tonight. We will cut the feed for a few minutes and be back shortly to bring you the varsity boys game here in Lakeland High School.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
The way people shop has changed forever. In today's business, success is measured in clicks, likes, and shares. Video gives you a competitive edge in your social media marketing. Don't get scrolled by. Get clicks, get likes, get shares. Now that sounds like videos.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for Ozark Mountains and Midwest Plains. Caves, beaches, cliffs, bridges, yeah, we're for all that. We're for St. Louis, St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. James, and every little town with a funny name. We're for cashew chicken, Springfield style. We're for 50-degree temperature swings in one day. We're not a fan of tornadoes, but we're here for those too. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.